Hi friends, this is Lila Marie from eminentathome.com. I am excited today to share with you something that I've been developing the past couple of months. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's something new for our home that I've been enjoying, and I think that my children have been benefiting from as well. When we first started this homeschooling journey, I was immediately enamored by Charlotte Mason. I, of course, exposed myself to all different kinds of educational philosophies, but something about her ideas and philosophy really resonated with me. And so I adopted quite a few, including music study, picture study, including historical fiction in our homeschool, and many of the natural and more gentle ways of learning I've implemented and really benefited from. One thing that I've been really intentional about this year is incorporating nature into our homeschool. It's so easy to get busy with homekeeping, family rearing, academics, that we can easily fail to step outside of our own front door and soak in all the benefits that nature has to offer. Benefits that have been scientifically proven, as far as even chemicals released by trees and plants that literally help to calm ourselves. But in addition to that, there's so many opportunities to observe creation and different forms of life, and just to enjoy ourselves. Going on a nature walk is kind of like going on a treasure hunt. It's just we're looking for nature's bounty instead of a pirate's booty, if you would. So anyway, without further ado, I just want to show you our nature tray. It's nothing elaborate. One thing that you'll find about me is that I am a low, no drama mama, which means that I keep things as simple as possible to keep anxiety at bay. I feel as though if something is going to work, it needs to be simple to conceptualize and simple to apply. And that leaves a lot of room for experimentation and just for celebration and enjoyment of that thing. So let me give you a look at this. Hold on one second while I transition. Okay, so this is our nature tray. I usually have it on our console table. And there's just a collection of things that we've found on our walks. So this came in our backyard. This is a spider. And I got these little containers from the Dollar Tree, just really inexpensive, just to organize. We can shelve these and rotate. This is a crystal that my middle daughter made from Epsom salt and water and maybe some other things. And also we found this cicada exoskeleton. It's gross but interesting. We have a geode, and these are just little nuts and seeds that we found along the way. And you can crack them open, just look at them. Something that I've just started recently is when we find interesting bits, I'll just take them and put them on an index card and simply put some shipping tape over them. It helps to preserve them. And you could, even if you're really industrious, you could find out what they are exactly, label them. Here we have a cricket leg. It's just one cricket leg. I don't know where the rest of them is. Okay. And we also have an interesting display of wood. This is a seed pod, so you can see what's in it. An air plant. This is a moth that we literally found lying on our garage floor, and it's perfectly preserved. My youngest daughter picked some flowers for me, and so I wanted to honor that gesture. And a geode that we've had for a long time, and simply some interesting branches and some greenery that we pilfered from a local green area. So that's our nature tray. It changes. I usually change it about weekly. Some of the things that are just really interesting to us, as far as the spider and the exoskeleton and the moth, I keep those. But if we were to find something else, I would just change them out. And so since I have these containers, I can close them up, put them in a drawer, and put out our next find. One thing that really makes this especially interesting is that I purchased a magnifying glass, and this magnifying glass also has a light on it so that you can really get in and see some detail about each object. If that helps at all. And I'm not even very close to it, so I think this one goes even to, I don't know, 30, whatever the measurements are for magnifying glass magnification. And I just got this online on Amazon, and I really like it. We also use this quite often for picture studies. You can get up really close to see all that fine detail. The next thing I wanted to show you was what we take on our trail walks. Nothing special. I have a picnic blanket in here in case we decide to have a little snack. I also keep a collection of guides. We are in Texas, so we have birds, we have trees. I also have, and these are really good. They have them for all different regions and particular states. And I have a couple of other guides. We also take along a nature journal, and it can be whatever. They can draw pictures. I can write down notes. If I'm feeling really, I don't know, scientific, I'll pretend that I'm taking logs and tracking the habits of the wildlife, whatever. I try to get some enjoyment out of it as well. We also take, I swiped my husband's binoculars, so they're in here, so we can see things far off, obviously. Trees, plants, birds, and so forth. We'll often take either some Ziploc bags or just a grocery bag in case we find something we don't necessarily want to hold the whole time. Okay, so that was my nature tray and my pack that I carry. We often carry water, obviously. We live in Texas, so it's October and it's still blazing hot. So we have water, and we may pack a snack. If we stop to have a tea time there, we have the picnic blanket in the backpack. So I try to really make space for that in our schedule. I have a day that it occurs on usually, and I create this space so that it's a protected activity, so that I know I don't have to rush, that I allow us to soak it in. Now, let me just clear up any assumptions that my kids always go with just, let's go to the hills and explore nature. No, that's not always how it happens. And quite honestly, a lot of times someone's hot, thirsty, sweaty, tired, would rather have stayed home to read a book. But that's really beside the point. I do this for my family because it's healthy. It's a gift that a lot of kids don't have because of scheduling, lifestyle, whatever. And I know that looking back on it in their latter years, they will realize that. And I will feel good knowing that I chose to invest and to make choices that were good for my family, whether everyone realized it at the time or not. So nature walks are a fun way to get out, change things up. You can read books, poetry. You can just simply enjoy looking around. You could take your sketch pad or your paint supplies and make it an en plein art experience. You can make it whatever you want. The time is yours. But one thing I can guarantee that you'll come back refreshed. You would have used your body. You would welcome a moment's respite to sit in the cool of your home, and you'll be building memories that you can be proud of and that your children will be thankful for. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that it gave you some ideas. I would love to hear some of your ideas and even pictures, if you have them, of your nature trays or even nature tables. I'm sure there's some that are very elaborate. I would love to see that as well. So if you have any comments, please feel free to leave happy, encouraging comments down below. And I'll look forward to sharing with you next time. Remember, moms, you're eminent.